Hi everyone. So it had been a hot minute since I last recorded a video, and I thought since we're nearing the new year that I would actually come back on this channel and just say hi. Haven't had many looks on the videos, but that's not really surprising given that I don't really have much understanding of how to make the videos look good. And obviously I only did a few videos 2 years ago. So I thought I would ping back on because we're coming up to the new year. So much has changed in my life that I wanted to update. Well, you guys, whoever's watching, the one or two people that are, but mostly myself. I think YouTube is a great way of doing this kind of like vlog diaries just for oneself. And if other people get any kind of information or any kind of enjoyment out of it, then that's great. So if you do come on this channel for any random reason, you find yourself here, then be lovely to sort of hear from you and hear what you think. And please do definitely reach out if you have any of the same things going on as I do. So the last time I was putting on videos all about heart health and being super healthy because I had a heart condition happening. I had a little bit of issues with someone I used to have in my life who sort of left some very unpleasant comments and some very abusive comments. I have since blocked this person, or at least I hope I have. And so hopefully this is a fresh start for all, including me. So welcome to the channel, such as it is. And I just wanted to give an update. So I recently got diagnosed with dilated cardiomyopathy, which is brand new for me. Previously, I'd had left bundle branch block. I had developed an arrhythmia, and I had been diagnosed with a leaky aortic valve. It's since become clear that two of my valves are sort of a bit fused together. It's called functionally bicuspid. With a little bit of sort of bloating in the valve, but that seems to be relatively stable at the moment. There was also some sagging of the main chamber of the heart wall, which is how they came to diagnose dilated cardiomyopathy, which isn't a very nice diagnosis, but at the moment, symptoms are relatively minimal and they've caught it super early. I've been put on bisoprolol, which is a beta blocker, and ramipril, which I believe is a vasodilator. So these are designed to help my heart to function so that hopefully it can go for a little longer without any major deterioration. When I was diagnosed, it was really frightening. I've been having on and off heart problems for about 5 or 6 years. I was, everything sort of reached the pinnacle when I had a sort of a acid reflux attack that my partner at the time rang paramedics who came out and found a little bit of an anomaly on my ECG. And that is quite by chance the way that this whole thing started. That seemed to be stable until I started getting palpitations. And then the palpitations led to some echocardiograms that diagnosed the valve problem, and then that led to some MRIs of the aorta and of the heart itself that led to the sagging of the heart wall, which was diagnosed as dilated cardiomyopathy. And now I've literally just started to go on medication. I joined Cardiomyopathy UK just to get some help and some support, and they were brilliant because all of this has kind of started kicking off during COVID, which has been very difficult because a lot of my appointments have been cancelled or pushed back, as I'm sure lots of people's have. But I now finally have answers and a treatment plan. It's nothing that can be cured, I don't think, but it's something that can be managed. My trick for keeping the palpitations at bay is that I drink 2 liters of water a day. I have a super big bottle that also gives me like motivation every couple of hours. If anyone's trying to drink their amount of water, it's pretty huge. This is a great one to have because it's not that I particularly pay attention to the motivational things. I kind of self-motivate and my partner motivates me. But at the same time, it is nice to keep track of, well, how much do I need to drink by what time? And for anyone else out there that has palpitations or deals with that, it doesn't work every time, but for the most part, if you have some water, then that really helps. So keeping hydrated will thin the blood and hydrate the blood. And that seems to be a good option for me when the palpitations get super bad. Personally, I found going on to group chats and support groups and Facebook pages for cardiomyopathy to be unhelpful at this time. The main reason for finding it unhelpful is that I already am kind of fear-mongering inside my own head, and hearing people talk about all that they're going through, it sort of frightens me, if I'm honest, hearing about the difficulties that people are having. And I'm so glad that support is out there for when I need it, and that other people get so much support from it. But for me, in the early stages of my condition, not knowing what to expect, the hospital can't really tell me what to expect. It's one of those conditions where they have to monitor me, and after a few years they see how I'm doing and how it's progressing. So we're in a real kind of unknown zone at the moment, and that's why I'm finding it unhelpful to talk or to see conversations people are having about the difficulties that they have. It will come to a point where I'll want to have that kind of interaction. At the moment, I have negative voices in my head that unfortunately the conversations other people are having is only serving to make me feel more panicked. I have had a one-on-one conversation with a lady who was amazing, and that was super helpful because she was very reassuring. She has the same kind of cardiomyopathy as me, and she gave me lots of really great advice. So if anybody out there does have cardiomyopathy and they're really frightened, or they're not getting the best attention and care from the hospital because of COVID or because of any reason, then I would highly recommend Cardiomyopathy in the UK, who have nurses that can text you or chat to you, and also other people with your condition that can reassure you about things. So yeah, so we're approaching the new year, and next year I'm going to work on doing some sensible exercise. Obviously, with my condition, I can't do any sporting activities that are competitive or super strenuous. But I have been given the okay to do things like cycling and walking. I went on a bit of a diet recently and lost a couple of stones, so that was brilliant, and I feel a lot better for it. And at the moment I'm working from home with my current job, which is working with schools to try and convince kids to go on to higher education, which is lovely. Yeah, same as everybody else, really, working from home, kind of struggling a little bit, but at the same time, there is a kind of a peace that comes from being at home. My partner, who I'm so in love with, he's been amazing, and so positive and supportive and lovely. He and I have recently moved into a home of our own, and that's been wonderful. And definitely being in a low stress environment with a partner who is no lover of conflict, who appreciates sort of like, you know, working through any kind of relationship things by conversation and compromise. You know, everybody that is watching this, if anybody is, but whoever watches this who has this condition knows that stress makes it 10 times worse. So it is almost magical to be and to find yourself a partner who dislikes conflict as much as you do, and is committed to creating a peaceful, harmonious home environment for you, and for them as well. So that's been really positive for me, and I wish that on everybody else in this situation. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and have a little update and say hello. Circumstances have shifted and changed, and the heart stuff's kind of continued to get from bad to worse, but now hopefully that I'm on medication and I'm under the care of the hospital, they know what I have, they know how to support me, things will look up. But I will take you with me in the new year on sort of walks and show you what I'm eating, do a few little sort of cook along videos. I think that'd be really nice. And also just leave a trail here for myself to look back on in the future to see where I'm at now. So yeah, I did say my weight in an earlier video. I am currently 13 stone 10. I went from 14, which I think I was at the time, up to just over 15. And then I dropped to just over 13, and now I'm kind of like 13 and a half, slightly over, bouncing about a bit. And then obviously with the diagnosis, it freaked me out from doing any exercise. So I have put on a little bit of weight, but my partner and me have recently got an indoor exercise bike. We really love walking, and we're going to cycle in the forests and things like that as well. So yeah, super supportive atmosphere here, which is brilliant. So thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you soon.